Yes, very sad. Anyway, it got me thinking.
If after seeing this episode you were wondering who is Marinette's new friend, why Ladybug liked the Chat Noir, and why their kids were dolls, well, don't worry, since we are gonna answer all of these questions and more. Ya llegamos.
Y esto es... Al Freli.
Marinette comes across an Alliance billboard. Here she tells Tiki that in fact the Adrian they are seeing is a 3D model of the real one. And after that, Marinette is stunned by the image of the blonde. So just like the fandom, Marinette has officially fallen in love with pixels.
After all that, we see the owl going up the spectacular to save a kitten, and it turns out that this kitten can be seen on the screen a few scenes before when Marinette just saw the Alliance commercial.
However, the principal puts himself in danger, and to his rescue comes a fake Ladybug who turns out to be a new character named Sakalingwang, or Jacqueline in Portuguese. Her physical appearance is based on early versions of Marinette, such as the famous Brigitte from the Miraculous anime promotional video, or Marietta from Thomas Astruc's early concepts, as our subscriber Isanji pointed out on our Twitch stream. Thank you very much!
It is also revealed that she is 1 year older than Marinette, as they used to study at the same school, but now she has graduated from high school. That's why she doesn't appear in reflected school photos. She practices Taekwondo, has won the gymnastics Grand Prix 3 times in a row, and occasionally helps her mom with the art store.
We see that when Marinette looks for an excuse to visit Sokalin, she tells her mom that she's going to get some paints for her class. In fact, in Kilin, we saw that, indeed, Sabine teaches painting classes.
We see Marinette arrive at the paint shop via her scooter, which was given to her in the episode Dearest Family.
Marinette and Sokalin catch up, and at one point they talk about Chloe. Here Sokalin mentions that she's glad Chloe isn't a problem for Mari anymore, and that she was worried about leaving her alone with that monster, which to us suggests that Sokalin and Mari were more than just acquaintances. Perhaps they were even best friends and defended each other.
In this episode, both Tiki and Marinette have mentioned how amazing they find the realism of Adrian's model. This can happen in real life, where technological advances have reached the point where they manage to almost faithfully simulate the appearance of other people. We have seen it in movies and with technology such as deepfakes.
Sokalin shows Mary very features of the Alliance, one of which is a pedometer that shows that she has taken 5,234 steps, which is equivalent of about 4 kilometers.
On top of that, another feature is that you can download skins for your Adrian 3D to personalize it. Among these, we see some pirate, archaeologist, but perhaps the most interesting are this banana, a reference to Komibo's Terror Fist, and this Adrian in underwear, the most blatant fan service of the series. I just hope that Gabriel doesn't take a screenshot of each Adrian and start selling them as NFTs.
When Mari starts berating her principal for pretending to be a superhero, she says,
Eu sou a Marinette, sou muito feliz de ser uma garota normal com uma vida normal e todo mundo devia ser também.
an obvious reference to the intro of the series, only said furiously. Miraculous, simply the best, up to the test when things go wrong!
Marinette is wondering if Sakalin is really the fake Ladybug, but to make sure, she checks her ring. Be careful with these toxic attitudes, because even with good intentions, it's not cool to secretly check the phone of others. Also, in this scenario, it wasn't even that necessary. She just had to ask Sakalin if she was the false Ladybug and warn her of the danger she could face if she kept doing that. In fact, she had already done this before in Ikari Gosen, where she checked Kagami's phone without her permission, and on both occasions, the writers never punished her for this behavior.
It's revealed to us that the scientists and Jean create hybrids of T-Rex dinosaurs with pigeons. Experimenting with dinosaurs and getting out of control is an obvious reference to Jurassic Park. Also, being hybrids, could Mr. Pigeon control these dino-dopes?
We can see that Gabriel's Alliance assistant is none other than Emily herself. Imagine how crazy Gabriel must be that he has his dead wife as his virtual assistant. Also, if you think about it a little, how is it that Gabriel got the 3D model of Emily? I don't know what's worse, that he scanned her while she was comatose, or that he asked her twin sister if he could scan her. Besides, it's sickening that Gabriel sees his wife and loves his life as a tool and not as a person.
The high school where Sokolin studies is called Claude Monet High School. For those who don't know, Claude Monet was a French painter and one of the creators of Impressionism.
It is also revealed to us that Sakhalin lives in the Helsinki Towers located in the 13th district of Paris. These towers do in fact exist in real life, and not only that, her high school also exists. It's called Lycée Claude Monet, and they are all located in District 13th.
Gabriel wastes no chance to find out Ladybug's identity. He had already planned out to use the Alliance not only to transfer powers, but also to spy on the Parisians and thus be able to find Ladybug once and for all. And if you think about it, the Alliance rings really are terrifying because Gabriel literally has the locations of all Parisians in real time, as well as their addresses, full names, private conversations, bank and personal information, etc.
Now, in the akumatization sequence, we see that in order for the Akuma to arrive quickly, Gabriel uses the power of Kalki's portals. In addition to that, we see that it creates a Mega Akuma, although it wasn't really necessary since the principal at that point still didn't have his magical charm. But anyway.
Apparently, Alliance rings work as temporary Miraculous? The Kwamis must inhabit a jewel for the holders to have powers. In this case, Gabriel forces the Kwamis to inhabit his ring, and from there, they are transferred to the ring of the villain in turn.
However, these villains harness the powers differently than a conventional wielder does. They don't need to transform into a superhero or use the miraculous weapon to invoke the powers. And it even seems that they can use the powers as many times as they want, although that may have more to do with them being adults.
Darker Owl is a revamped version of the previous villain, with some changes to his design to make him look even cooler.
Hawkmoth realizes that he was wrong and that Sakhalin is not Ladybug. However, his mistake was having discarded that lead hastily because it was true that Ladybug at one point used that alliance. And if it wasn't Sakhalin, then he had to have looked up who was using the alliance at that time and thus find Marinette.
We are shown that Adrien is all depressed in his room. However, the episode never gives us an explanation for this. It may be that he is like this because in the previous episode we saw him very worried about the cataclysm that hit Monarch. Or on the other hand, it may be that now that he isn't modeling anymore, he is just bored since he doesn't know what to do with so much free time.
We see Plague ordering the Alliance for cheese, but Adrien says the ring won't listen to him because Kwamis can interact with the technology. But that kinda doesn't make much sense, because literally those rings are designed to house Kwamis and transfer their powers.
Curiously, Darker Owl uses hostages again to get the attention of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Right now he used Sakhalin, while in his debut he used animals. Although remember that in the end they turn out to be only holograms.
We see that when Darker Owl managed to connect the power of gift, he slowly approaches our heroes to take their Miraculous. And surely, many will have thought that this was way too convenient for the duo. However, this was probably because time in dreams is faster than in real life, very similar to the movie Inception.
Within Lady and Cat's dream, we can see that they start a romance to the point that it escalates into a Lady Noir wedding. Here we can see a lot of characters. From left to right we see Jagged Stone, Doorman, Eagle, Majestia, Hot Dog Dan, Uncanny Valley, Night Owl, Night Monkey, Lady Dragon, Viperion, Capri Kid, Miss Hound, Rooster Bolt, Polymouse, Pigela, Ryuko, Purple Tigress, Carapace, Rena Rouge, Vesperia, Pegasus, and Minotaurox.
For some reason, Ladybug's wedding dress is the version of when she activates the Lucky Charm. Could it be that she activated it and the Lucky Charm are the roses that she throws?
And if the wedding wasn't enough, we can see Cat with a baby bug. I wonder how beautiful will be Lady Noir's baby.
Flap and Flotsam, what's that?
It can be. It's a doll! Okay, but seriously. Clearly, these babies that Lady and Cat have throughout their dreams are just dolls. But why were they shown to us as toys?
I suppose it would be very strange to put real babies since they are 15 years old. And it's not like they're going to make new models of adult versions of Lady and Cat plus the new models of real babies. So surely they put them with toy babies so that we could symbolically see them with children. Although I think that seeing them with the hamsters instead of toys would have been much better. Lady and Cat lived a lifetime as couples within the shared dream of the gift power. And suddenly they find out that all those years, all those experiences, all the time together, it wasn't real. It was all a dream. This breaks the heroes.
And here we have a very dramatic scene where the heroes say goodbye, and we can even hear In the Rain in the background. The song from the umbrella scene, which represents the love between the two of them.
Ladybug is sad and resigned, but Cat Noir turns his pain into rage and decides to go after Darker Owl seeking revenge. And despite the fact that in the previous chapter he felt terrible for having given a cataclysm to Hawkmoth, this time Cat Noir really hesitated if he gave it to Darker Owl or not. In the end, he obviously does the right thing and they save the day. But you can see it in their sad looks. This villain really affected them like no other.
We see that when Daisy returns, he is totally weakened, so it seems that the transmission drains the Kwamis more energy than usual.
Marinette rejects the alliance that her mom gave her because it could be very dangerous to give out her personal information like her location, conversations, etc. Which is a good thing that Marinette is being that cautious. But come on, she should get rid of her cell phone too. Literally at the beginning of the episode she was wearing it, and it must be recording everything, from her location to her most private conversations.
And for some strange reason, Lila appears in the center of the end card, although she almost only appears in the last 2 seconds of the episode. Lila, get out of there! That's not your family.
And this episode features a post-credit scene. Here we see that Cat asks her if the gift power shows their greatest desires, since both Ladybug and Cat Noir had the dream of wanting to be together and start a family. However, Lady denies this and tells him that Hawkmoth surely interfered their dream, a somewhat weak excuse, but Cat Noir ends up believing it.
Ladybug is probably denying her feelings towards Cat Noir because she is now fixed with the idea that love interferes with her life as a hero and she doesn't want to make the same mistake as in Strike Back.
That's our analysis from today. Please check out our breakdown of the last episode right here, or our breakdown of the latest episode of The Old House right over here. Thanks for watching this video till the end. We love you all. Bye!